Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. Right, now we're going to be taking a look at Inhuman stamina. I have uploaded 7 guides already. I have 2 left. Originally I meant to upload both of the, Inhuman stamina guide yesterday, but I kind of had too many videos on my channel. Regardless, we're doing it right now. So, Inhuman stamina, complete Labyrinth of Legends with only Black Bolt, Karnak, Medusa, Kamal Khan, and Quake. And you have to use 4-star champions. You can use less, as in like if you're missing 1 or 2 champions, you can go in with a team of, I don't know, 2 or 3 instead of full 5. But I do not recommend doing that. Now, I have seen people resort to the runs using primarily Medusa and Quake, which is also something I do not necessarily recommend. My approach was by far the most cost-effective approach that I have seen anybody do with this challenge on YouTube at the very least. I used 16 team revives and 2 single revives. And considering the fact that you hardly ever get a good opportunity to use a team revive, I found that to be a very witty and great solution, because I would have had to use the team revives as single revives for some other purpose if I would not be executing my plan the way I did. So I did have to rank up Kamal Khan and Karnak to rank 5, which obviously kind of sucked a bit, but hey, 4-star arena is still a thing, so there's some value in that. But in general, yes, that is definitely my personal recommendation, to take your time and take all 5 of these champions to rank 5, and then use every single one of them during your run. And capitalize on the team revives that you more than likely have in your stash, because very rarely you get a good use out of a full team revive. You typically end up using it on 1, 2, or 3 champions, never really on the all 5. That being said, this run did take the longest out of all 3 of them. It took me about 5 hours to get it done. I have seen some people do it maybe slightly shorter, slightly longer, and the path that I took. Now, keep in mind, this was the only run where I did opt for Suicide Masteries, and I do think they are quite important in this case, because you will rely on moderate to low damage dealing 4-star champions to get through this. When you go up against 3.3 mil opponent, the Quakes, the Karnaks, the Kamal Khans, they only deal about 10 to 12% of opponents' health bars damage. Now, that would be nearly a quarter or a fifth if you go on the outside path, which I also have seen people do. But honestly, I have seen people use pretty much more than double the resources by doing that. Therefore, especially for this run, I do not recommend that at all whatsoever. I think, without a doubt, the best solution here is to go again with Star-Lord, Torj Foster, Daredevil Hell's Kitchen, Venom Pool, Doctor Strange, who does not nullify anything right now because Kabam is an amazing company and has very high standards of production, Kamal Khan, Rocket, and then Maestro. So it's only 8 fights, and if you do your runs perfectly, you can just about get each of these fights done in about 1 to 2 team revives. Obviously, with Venom Pool, and given the fact that there is an evade involved, so on and so forth, you're going to end up using more, but the Star-Lord fight, definitely you can get through with a single team revive, given that Medusa obviously does more damage than pretty much the rest of the team, and Black Bolt can put in some work, and even the lower hitters deal about 10% damage or so. Then we have Torj Foster, which is a bit trickier fight, but is not too bad, just don't hit the block. And then Daredevil's Hell's Kitchen, that was quite annoying because of his long level 1. Venom Pool was frustrating, but not as frustrating as it was with Star-Lord. And then Doctor Strange was easy, Kamal Khan wasn't bad, Rocket was super easy, just about as easy as Star-Lord, and Maestro was a fairly easy go at it as well. So I can go through all the opponents, as we can see. So Star-Lord was 1 team revive, and then I moved on. Torj Foster. But again, there is not too much strategy behind this. Get all of these champions ranked up, put up your boosts, turn on your Suicide Masteries, and just do the most damage. You can use team revives, which significantly cuts down the cost, even if you have to purchase them, because then you can purchase, basically revive each of these champions for 20 units instead of 40, but much more likely you will have a lot of team items sitting in the stash waiting for you to use them, and this is a perfect place to use them. Again, I have seen people go around, do the so-called easy path and do it the long way. But yeah, all of those runs, every single one of them, I have watched how had significantly higher cost and also significantly longer duration. Then we have Torj Foster. Just don't hit her block, the rest of it will be fine. It's kind of annoying because you spend a lot of the fights with class disadvantage because 3 of your 5 champions are cosmic ones, but still wasn't too bad. So I do recommend healing up in these fights purely to offset the recall damage, because you do want to spam special attacks with pretty much every single champion that you use except Quake. So using, again, team heal options is a great way how to use items you otherwise can't really use efficiently. Then after Torj and Foster, we have Daredevil's Hell. We had the ambush here. Why not? We got that signature stone. Then we had Daredevil Hell's Kitchen. And after Daredevil Hell's Kitchen, Venom Pool took by far the longest amount of time because he is quite annoying. It is an RNG Fiesta based fight. Keep in mind, if he does trigger his regeneration, you're probably better off just quitting the fight because that regen is very potent. Well, actually, he has 2 different types of regens. One of them is permanent, that regens him for like 1 health point per tick. That obviously you can ignore. But another one is fairly short and extremely potent. And if that pops up, just quit. But he still can go on block. He can still go unstoppable. He can have some sort of Thorns mechanic. He can go indestructible, as you can see. So it is RNG Fiesta, by far the hardest fight here. But still, even at this point, I was only like 7 team revives in. And I finished this first stream at like 8 team revives, which is perfectly fine. And we can see that Venom Pool is there at like 30%. Then I took a small intermission break and pretty much got right back to it. And let's finish off the Venom Pool fight. Should be somewhere here. Why not? Yeah, 9 team revives. Then Doctor Strange, a couple of team revives. I did mess up a few fights, but past Doctor Strange, we are on 11 team revives. I had to do a quick fight somewhere else. What I was doing there? I was waiting for something? I don't remember what. Oh, there was a test fight. I wanted to see which phase Moon Knight is in. Anyways, 11 team revives here. Then Kamal Khan. We're getting through this fight on like 13 team revives. She's nearly done. It takes time, but it really isn't all that costly if you utilize every single champion on your team. And as I said, even the lowest hitting champions can deal about 10% damage. So if you have a good full run with every champion, you can technically get it done like a single team revive, 2 team revives at most. Rocket went quite quick. And then obviously Maestro. And Maestro with Cosmic Champions is not bad. With Quake, he's not bad either. You don't need to worry about him randomly starting to regenerate and stuff like that. And yeah, it was not the quickest run. It was not the easiest run, but it was pretty much the cheapest run for me personally. Again, much more so than with other runs. I definitely urge everyone to do the short path over the quote-unquote easy path. Because it is significantly more cost effective. I also urge people to wait and not rush in this challenge without ranking up your full team, because utilizing team revives is by far miles the most cost effective way how to get this done. And yes, you might not want to waste your tier 4 basic catalysts. I know I was fairly annoyed by them, but on the bright side, doing the rest of the Carina challenges still gives you some tier 4 class catalyst. It still gives you some tier 4 basic catalyst and so forth. So it's not that big of a loss. And yeah, that was pretty much it for the stream. It was as a challenge, I actually like this one. Because it's something I wouldn't do otherwise, something I hadn't done before. It wasn't overly expensive. It did take quite a long time, but I don't know. I kind of like this one a fair bit, because there were options, there were strategies, there were tactics and stuff like that. I don't know. But yeah, so those are the key points. My recommendations: definitely do the short path that we went over with. Definitely use boosts and suicide masteries. Try to rank up all 5 of the Inhuman champions so you can get the best value out of your team revives. And yeah, use team revives and team health potions. Heal up for the fights, because you will want to spam special attacks with pretty much every single champion that you have. And that is about it. I have obviously the streams available on my channel if you want to see the specifics of each fight. But I think we are just about done here, and I'm not gonna keep you guys any longer. I have one more guide left, which is the dance-off with Star-Lord. That will also be coming, don't you worry, guys. But I am out. See ya. 15%. I did 20% damage here. Very good. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the